going on in the world of video games? Probably nothing. That looks interesting. Tomodachi collection. I like those type of games where you have to come back daily, and or the game has like a thing where you have to keep going on and on and on. You have to keep going back and back and back. No, they're interesting, like Animal Crossing, where like weird things might happen one day. You know where you don't know, but like with Animal Crossing, we've done it so many times now, where we know what's going to happen. So even in the one for the 3DS New Leaf, it was kind of it was like everyone already figured it out. It took away the discovery. It's like when I played Chibi Robo for the first time. That's got a day-night cycle, and things will change if you do stuff at night and do stuff during the day. And because I never read a guide on it or anything like that, it's like when things changed, like when you did stuff and then you did this, and because you did this at night time and then you did it during the day, it's kind of interesting. It's the same with there's what other games did this. I like that type of stuff, where games will surprise you with God knows what. It's fun. An element of mystery and discovery. It's taken away from games. That's the thing. Taking a lot of stuff away from game. It's all, yo, do this now. I guess that's why I like. Oh, what game? I should play Octodad later on. Octodad's a game that tells you what to do, but how you do it is up to you. And the mystery and the fun behind it is discovering new stuff. Like, oh, I can totally move out of the way. I can totally do this, or like they're getting the hold of the pizza in the in the supermarket level. But it's super cool because it was like, oh wait, okay, this game works in this way too. It doesn't really tell you that. It's just like, I like not being told what to do, but not in a way that, like the Wonderful 101 is a game that doesn't tell you what to do. In certain cases, sometimes it'll tell you what to do, but the Wonderful 101 is a game that is so excellent, all the mechanics work, it just throws them all on at once, and you're like, oh, like, I know, but then again, that's Kamiya's thing, Hideki Kamiya. He likes to bring up that old.
Anyone who wants to browse through my vast collection of goods now.
Shut up. What was I talking about? Yeah, that's like Kamiya's thing though with discovery. He wants you to learn things through playing it, and then you'll go back and you'll play it again, and you already know what to do. But the Wonderful 101 is kind of like cinder block in front of you, and you're told, and you know how to knock it over. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm thinking it through. And you're told how to knock it over, but no, lost it. It just, there's too much discovery going on. It doesn't layer it. Oh, what am I thinking? It's as if he's expecting you to have already played a platinum game in the past. That's actually a big recurring theme with the last two platinum games I played. 3. Anarchy Reigns kind of did it, but not to the same extent, because it had to explain a whole new system of how to play and stuff like that. Metal Gear Rising and the Wonderful 101 actually share a lot of intermingling themes with their discovery, which is they don't fucking tell you anything for worse. Whereas, where like Metal Gear Rising leads to people like Chip Cheesem making a nearly 20-minute video on how to fucking play the game for people coming new to it. Like, not explaining basic mechanics, or just kind of vaguely going, yeah, you can do this, now figure it out for yourself, dude. It's like, really? Like, I know he doesn't want to over tutorialize everything, and you can tell this from his design ethic. He just kind of wants you to learn by doing, which is great, but there is learning by doing, and then there is learning by guessing, which you do in a lot in the Wonderful 101. Like, the combat's great, and the storyline is bizarre. It's Saturday morning children's TV schlock, which is cool, and it kind of knows it, if from the running gags through it, where they announce something and they're giving exposition, but they've freeze framed, and they'll start to fall, like in the freeze frame, and try to get back in position before anything starts, and it's an incredibly well done game, and you can tell what Camus was going for, but you have to guess a lot of it. Like, I have no idea whether the team attack button actually does anything. I just assume they just kind of fly at enemies. Nothing actually happens, because like the tanks will carry on attacking, and I'm sure someone's written up a huge wiki somewhere. Like, I could search it up now. Like, what does the Wonderful 101 team attack? What's it actually do? Okay. So I'm sure it does something, but you don't notice it, or you just never use it, and it's just kind of there, and you're like, oh shit, what's
I was hoping you could help us.
8-ton food, okay. You're giving me half an hour. Oh, I'm talking to no one. I'll probably cut this up if it's loud enough. Yeah. No, I like the Wonderful 101, but it's a very different beast to Metal Gear Rising's learning by doing / guessing, because it's quite obvious what's going on screen with Metal Gear Rising, whereas the Wonderful 101 isn't. Your timing has to be impeccable, and there is no real indicator other than it's one of those where it's like so like there's a mechanic where you can turn the Wonderful 100 into a big jelly, and that can deflect attacks if done at the right time. It's similar to Metal Gear Rising's parry system, which is why I've used it way more than the dodge button, is because I know how to do it. I know animations now. I know what I'm looking for. If I told, say, the secondary audience that this is targeted at children, which it is, I'm gonna pause this. I'm just gonna pause it. If I was to give this game to, say, my I wouldn't say younger sister. Okay, let's say my brother, who's 13, 12. He's 12. He'll be 13 in May. If I give this, who has a history of playing. Okay, no, he's the wrong audience, because he has a history of playing games he shouldn't be playing. Okay, let's go with my sister. No. Cousin. He knows what he's doing. Someone's opening the windows or curtains and just stared directly at me. I'm looking. Let's say give it to my cousin. And I tell him, right, go. As the game gives it to me, he has no prior. He doesn't have the. See, I'm the primary audience because I already have a history with Platinum games and action games. He has a history with whatever through osmosis from his other brothers, which will be Saints Row and stuff like that. It won't be this type of game. He'll know how to hold a controller. He'll know, eventually he'll understand what to do. If you gave this to him, it wouldn't work. He'd get frustrated. It would be too hard. I suspect on easy, it would be too hard for him. You'd have to slot it all the way down for him to get some enjoyment out of it. And that's not good. He's a great game designer. He knows how to make a game. But the Wonderful 101 fails to explain any of that. I don't know who's just joined, but they're probably expecting Anno, and they've got I don't know, it could be anyone. I don't know. Oh, I'm scared now. I could be talking to anyone. Say something in the chat, person. I see you. I'm talking about the Wonderful 101. Anyway. It's a game that doesn't meet it's a game that it forces you to learn discover the mysteries by guessing them. And the second time round, you'll kind of understand what to do. Third time round, you'll be like, yeah, let's go. But anything else, you'd be losing your. First time through. I'm playing it for the first time, and all I'm getting is the worst scores, the worst everything, because I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm learning by guessing what I'm doing. There's no, it doesn't even need to tutorialize how to defeat the big jelly blobs. It just kind of needs to hint through one of the millions of cutscenes that are in that game as to what to do. But no, they flash up a big menu and you're expected to concentrate on that while there's a billion different things going on the screen, and you're trying to understand what's going on, and everything's so small and miniature. It is like little action figures. Tick, 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 tick. But you never know what's going on, and I probably will never understand what's actually going on. Boss fights are done through guesswork. Everything's done through guesswork, and that's missing. It's like comes so close and it just goes, and it shouldn't be. It should be first time through. I should be like, yes, no, yes. I can't wait to play this through a second time so I can know what the fuck I'm doing. Because Wonderful 101 is not Metal Gear Rising where it is 5 hours. It is fucking long. I'm 6 hours in and I barely think I've scratched the surface. Barely. There's so much in it, there's so much to do, and it's wonderful, it's a great game, but Kamiya is expecting too much of his audience and audiences. His secondary audience is going to go over the head, until they become the primary audience. Because if you think about it, most of what Nintendo are aiming the Wii U, the people who Nintendo are aiming the Wii U and the Wonderful 101 at, through its look and its through everything, people younger than me, people who didn't grow up with, or probably haven't even heard of Platinum Games or Clover Games or Capcom, those early PS2 days of Capcom, when Devil May Cry was coming out and God Hand and all that, those the birth of the character action game, they probably have never even touched a Ninja Gaiden game. They probably don't want to. They probably go, fuck is that? The Wonderful 101 is a game that's explosive, it's colourful, it's cool, and it does everything so well for people like me who like childish things, and I think me and you get a lot from Kamiya through this game of what he actually likes and stuff like that. He likes big explosions, he likes big, he likes everything on a massive scale, and he likes to ridiculousness just through the roof and everything like that. And it all hits until you actually have to play the game outside of punching shit and slashing shit with a big sword. Everything else just wait, what am I doing? Oh, okay, I guess. this doesn't really work. Oh, now it does. Oh, I died. Okay. Like, thank fuck it checkpoints every single time you die. Like, everything you do in that game, it's always checkpointing. You will hit a boss, and then you'll be on like that little bit slither of health, and you'll die, and the boss will still have that. Will be in the same state as before you died. You just get back up, which is cool. But that's not an excuse that I can throw, because everything else is just because you probably taken off like that little bit quarter of health through absolute guesswork. And once you do, figure stuff out, it all clicks together. But like, I have no idea. I don't know whether. I think like some moves can be deflected, some moves can be, some moves you can parry with the jelly, with the big jelly. Some moves you just can't. Doesn't explain which ones are which. There's no, like, I know from doing, I know the jelly can't deflect lasers. You'll burst, it'll go cut right through, like you would expect laser with jelly to do. But if you hold up the big sword, then you can deflect the lasers. But there's no, so it's like, wait, so these physical attacks, so like big punches from the big robots will deflect off the jelly. And you just kind of work it out in your head. Okay, physical and then energy, this is the big difference. But then there's these spiked enemies that will roll up into a ball and roll at you. They target you, they take a while to fucking wind up, and you're there attacking it, and I think you can stop them from rolling. I think that's why they take so long. I think that's what they want you to do, but there's no like, so you use Wonder Pinks, and then so you go, oh, this is a physical attack, it's like a big punch, but it's just rolling into a ball. So you turn into the jelly. No, it fucking splatters you all over the place. You don't know what the fuck to do. So you start dodging out the way. But because it's targeting you, you see, you gotta time the dodge just right, and it's like, there's too much going on to guess. You gotta sometimes take away the mystery. That whole discovery. Sometimes you just gotta go, hey, this is what you do. We're gonna show you through a cutscene, and then you're gonna do it, and then that's it. I'm not saying the game should always tell you what to do, but maybe just like a little guy, like, hey, take note of what happened, because I think you even do that in one cutscene, because that's how you hurt the big jelly blobs, is by slashing with the sword. And the first time you encounter it, I think you slash it up with Wonder Blue's sword, and you're just there like this. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's Wonderful 101. How did I get onto this? Oh, games and discovering mysteries. Yeah, Hideki Kamiya's real good at that. I do like Kamiya's games. I mean, it's impossible not to. Well, it is. It's possible not to. I know a lot of people that will not like the Wonderful 101 because of the absurdness and the stupid shit that it pulls off in it. And it is for big kids. It's a big, giant, kiddie thing, and it's wonderful. It's great. It's lovely. It looks great. Yeah. No, it's a thing that's. It's just that element of mystery, like, what if I do this? It's like the Riddler's trophies in one of the Batman games. Was it City? Was it City? I've got a feeling it was City, where you collected them all and you got to actually see the Riddler. But why did they outright tell us that? Why did everyone start report? Why did everyone? Why did that circle around? I mean, that could only come from one person. You know, one source, which is the developers or the publisher. So two sources maybe. Can't remember. But that got out there. Whereas that could have been a cool little thing. Like someone got them all and put it on YouTube and said suddenly went everyone went. It's like I think with Halo 3 they kept it a secret that there was a secret legendary ending. That's cool. I like when they keep stuff. Like the one of 401 again keeps a lot of stuff secret. Like you can unlock, but it's like I guess that element of mystery is always lost. Like Fez. Fez is a great example. But that was done in a cool way. But if you weren't, but it's the thing. Unless you completely, you do that, and just avoid everything on the internet. Because if you're playing games, in some way you're going to be watching shit. You're going to be reading shit about games, and through osmosis, you're going to know what's going on. Like I had Fez spoilt for me by just being on Giant Bomb. That's just how it goes. Like Dark Souls 2, I can't wait for a PC version because I want to be there with everyone else, because you have to be there now. That's the thing. Unless you're willing to wait and avoid everything about said game, you have to be there on the front line, first day, pick up your copy, go home, put it in PS3, wait for it to install, stuff like that. You have to avoid everything. You have to go, and then once you're so far in, you're discovering shit, and you're there like this. There's no element of surprise anymore. It's all gone. Unless you completely avoid everything. That's a shame. But that's what this is circling into. I guess that's what makes IGN and all those websites money. Like Rosalina, unlockable in Super Mario World 3D World. That could have been a cool little secret people just discovered. Oh, you beat World 9 Level 2, you get Rosalina. It's like people go, really? Is that a thing? And it would circle on Twitter, people would type it in oh, just unlock something cool, and then someone would spoil it, but people would go, really? And then someone would confirm it and you go, nah, and then it'd go on YouTube. But no, they didn't. Nintendo just came out and went, please understand that Nintendo will be having Rosalina as a unlockable character. And it's like, why did you ruin that? Why is that a need to spoil shit? Is it so? And it's just that thing, isn't it? On the internet, I did it first. Here's how you do. Here's how you in Dark Souls 2. Here's where Solaire is. It's like, that would have been cool to discover on my own, but it's plastered all over my YouTube page. IGN just tweeted that's just spoilt it for me. And what is it? When Kotaku spoilt the first hour of Batman Arkham City by saying that the Joker died. and it's like, oh, and that story-driven mystery taken away, not gameplay mystery. Like with Anno, I had no idea what to do with Anno, and when I first got it, I watched some YouTube videos like, okay, this is how you play, this is my big city, but I would never pay attention, you know. So when I'm actually getting going and understand what to do and playing the tutorials and stuff like that, and then suddenly like, oh, now you can build all this. You saw it before. It's like I got surprised because I haven't played this faction a lot. You saw it before. It's like, oh, what does wood do? Now I have to, and because one, I can't remember what the fuck's going on in this game, and two, I don't think the other faction does wood. I think they do something else. That's cool. That's what I like about some games. That's my favourite thing, is learning shit by doing, not by guessing, by doing. Yeah. I hope that made sense. I don't think it will. I need a wee. I need to go for a shower. I'm going to stop the stream for a bit, then we'll come back and we'll hopefully play a more entertaining game.